Okay, y'all, let's take a tour of Simpłe Clothing. Are you ready? I am ready. Woo, it's a little bit chilly down here tonight. Welcome to the studio where all the magic happens. This is a little bed, little area for reading books and drawing. Got my mannequin girls dressed. I got my bubble wall that I made that I absolutely love. So down the middle of the studio is my clothing rack there. And it houses everything from like just pieces that are being started to pieces that are finished and ready for sale. Kind of a mishmash. Yeah. Okay, so going along. Right over here is a cool picture. This is actually the first time I ever, oopsies, sorry about that. The first time I ever sewed a stitch and actually like threaded a needle. I've got some of my serger thread in this cute little acrylic thing that I got from HomeSense. It had a tiny crack in it, which made it only $3. It's right there. Nobody can see it. Who cares, right? Who cares? Not me. Over on this side, some of the things that I make, whoa, falling into my rack. I have not been drinking. I'm just really tired. Got my skirts and pants that I've made, and then I have some designer outfits down here too that I'm gonna play around with and possibly sell. I'm not selling my Yeezys. I was just cleaning them and I Gorilla Glued them, which is hilarious, but they're falling apart. Pieces of crap. These bins are very handy. They house all the hats and the wigs for mannequin Quinn for photo shoots. My rolling cart is a girl's best friend. I keep my really cool inspiration books on there. I do my paperwork on there. And I've got my iPads and computer and my drawing book and whatnot. And I just love that everything's on wheels because that means I get to make the studio look all kinds of different ways when I get bored, which is often. And I just want to point out that I'm using pink duct tape to make kind of an artistic shape on the wall. And I ran out of tape, so that's not quite done, so don't be judging. Okay, bring it down. All right, so now we're gonna enter the workspace. We got a fridge. When I got it, it was disgusting, like just beige poo kind of look. And I painted it white and pink, obviously, unless you're colorblind. This little guy I just got, it is, you know, it's a bit jank, but it does the trick and it creates 3 different types of light, which is neat. Over here, first of all, I'll kind of give you a showing of how there you go, how the room layout is. So underneath the stairs, we've got Quinn, and she's wearing everything simple, obviously. Except for one thing, she has just gone and stolen one of my Rebecca Minkoff purses right out of my bedroom. That biatch. It's okay. I never pay her for modeling. I love the fact that I completely cleaned out and painted underneath my stairs because that means there's no way for spiders to live anywhere. So I've got my triangle, which my cousin Tanis made me, and I love. I'll just point out too that my baseboards are actually just rods painted pink. Those are rods from old clothing racks. And that just seemed to work out a lot better than like a flat baseboard. You know, like those ones that I did. Okay, whoa, I'm getting dizzy. I've got a little antique love seat down here. I painted the brown portions white. It makes it pop, it makes it gorge, and it makes it more modern. Last night I made my very first pattern, and here it is. It's inside that capsule, and it's of a simple hoodie, like the traditional big huge baggy hoodie that I just cannot get enough of, and I'm about to make a whole bunch of them, which is super exciting. And so now that I decided to start doing patterns, I've got a huge roll here that my neighbor lady Sarah gave me, which is really cool because I was honestly thinking about getting one, didn't know where to get one 2 days ago, and then boom, I saw it sitting on her deck, and I basically just took it. No, I didn't. She said I could have it. Okay, this here is my Simpłe sign, and I'm very proud because I made my entire desk space all on my own. So I bought myself a compressor, like air and nail gun, and was able to produce this sign simply by using baseboards and cutting to size the letters I got from Walmart and painted, and then I used the nail gun to adhere them to the baseboards that I adhere to each other with the air gun as well. So yay me. Over here I house a lot of storage, some of the larger things that I'm working on for clients. And of course I've got a TV down here. Of course I do. Here's where the clothing gets washed and dried. And oh yeah, today I made a crop top pattern. So that's what this is right here. And over here is the crop top being made. So you can see it's inside out right now. And I'm going to be attaching the sleeves next. I'm really excited for this. It's a beautiful polar sleeve. It's a beautiful polar fleece. Good Lord. Super soft, super comfortable. These guys are gonna fly off the shelf. If they even go on a shelf. They're not going on a shelf, they're going on a rack. They're gonna fly off of the rack. This storage unit contains all of my sewing notions. So when I say that, I mean elastics, lace, Velcro, yeah, different things like that, as well as it houses some office materials too. And of course, lots of lamination paper, because who the hell can live life without lamination paper in multitude of sizes? I know I can't. So next we've got my little ironing station. My ironing station is always up and running. I've always got the iron ready to go, as well as the steamer. And down here is my little boom box and, you know, my what have yous. Little cleaner uppers for the fabrics. This guy's obviously a microphone. Now, I got this microphone from Best Buy. And it's a Audio Technica, and they did not pay me to say that because nobody knows who I am. I think I probably have like 3 YouTube viewers, and they're definitely not watching me. Now, over here, I already showed you. So I'm gonna cruise over to this section to show you my machines. This guy is a Janome homie. This guy is a Janome homie. The difference being, this is my serger. It has 4 spools of thread. And this is a computerized sewing machine, which has 2, 1 thread here, and then 1 in the bobbin right there. These tools I always need, so I have them out. And when I'm pinning my articles of clothing here, I'm using either clasps or I'm using needles. When I'm removing those as I sew, because you want to remove them while you're sewing so you don't sew over them and screw up your machine, I just bring this little guy over. It's magnet. And as I pull them out of the machine, I just sweep them up with the magnet, and then they all go back home to here and they all meet again. Yay. Now, inside the back of my little custom table that I made, I have more notions. I've got some replacement rotary blades on hand. Always good to make sure that you're working with a sharp tool. It just makes your life so much easier when you are cutting fabric, which I do a lot of course. Oh, down here, this was a bread box, but now it's just my personal little space if I want to put my cell phone in there, or my lunch or whatever. And these guys are great for holding all of my different pens and pencil crayons for when I'm sketching. Not sketching out, sketching pictures of clothing, which I kind of suck at. Like, I kind of got out of the whole drawing thing, and I'm just getting back in, and it's crazy how bad I suck. It's so weird. Over here, these are bigger clips. Now, sometimes I'm using pins, right, to pin the clothes together, but sometimes when you're working with a bulky product such as a polar fleece, you can totally get away with using larger clips, but really it's just a preference. My favorite tool is right here. This is an Olfa rotary cutter, and I could not live without it. It's the 45mm, and yeah, I use this all the time. For some certain things, of course, you do need to go ahead and use a pair of shears, but for the most part, I use this. Now, here's my super ghetto rotary cutters that I got when I first started sewing. They're definitely not of the same quality, so when I'm cutting out patterns, I use these, and I don't really care if I dull the razor. What else can I show you? Well, how about I'll show you the beautiful fabric wall. So everything, I like to keep a lot of stock, and I like to kind of create collections. So like I said, I'm going to be making oversized hoodies. They're going to be coming in all of these colors here. Forgive my lighting, it's being awfully strange right now. I don't know why. So weird. Huh. Everything looks spooky. But yeah, I try to keep everything color coded and nice and neat and tidy. And every fabric on that wall has already been pre-washed and dried and ironed and set there. So yeah, the boxes on the very top of the wall are my clients' clothing that I'm working on. So there you go. You have had a tour of the Simpłe Clothing studio, newly renovated. And thanks a lot for coming along for the ride. I can't wait to make you guys a video of me sewing something so that I can share my education with you. I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. And please like and subscribe to my channel. Have a good one. Toodaloo.